Vitra Nagalingam from class DDT2B. Today myself and my beloved two group members Varshni Jagarajan and Nagasubhashini Sambasivan going to present about our problem-based task for course DFC 20143 Introduction to Networks. By the end of our presentation video, we would like for you to know about calculation of variable length subnet mask for our problem-based task topology, configuration of devices at router EPOS, LANGO and MLACR, and verification of connectivity for all devices at every router. First, let's see more detailed explanation regarding calculation of variable length subnet mask. The basic knowledge to calculate variable length subnet mask for a topology. First, we should identify that how many subnets or networks is there in a network topology diagram. For today, let's see the topology diagram of our problem-based task. In this topology, there is 4 networks which are EPO, MLACR, SLANGO and 1 Internet. In this case, we should create addressing table for each network respectively. Then we should arrange the network from highest number of hosts to the lowest number of hosts. So first, let's have a look to arrange number of hosts of each network. Number of hosts of each network. For network EPO, the network address is 172.220.16.0. There's LAN EPO 1, EPO 2, EPO 3. EPO 1 is 450 hosts, EPO 2 250 hosts, 240 hosts, EPO 3 90 hosts. For SLANGO, the network address is 172.30.16.0. LAN switch 1, LAN SLANGO 1 650 hosts, switch SLANGO 2 390 hosts, SLANGO 340 hosts. MLACR, the network address is 172.40.16.0. LAN MLACR, number of hosts is 190. 1 Internet for EPO is 172.50.16.0. Number of hosts needed is 2. The network address for SLANGO is 172.60.16.0. Number of hosts needed is 2. And the MLACR's network address is 172.70.16.0. The number of hosts needed is also 2. Now let's begin our calculation. Step 1. Begin your calculation with the highest number of hosts required. So, network 1 EPO. The EPO's network address is 172.20.16.0. LAN EPO 1 needs 450 hosts, LAN EPO 2 needs 240 hosts, and LAN EPO 3 needs 90 hosts. So, LAN EPO 1 equals to 450 hosts. Use formula 2 power of n minus 2. The minus 2 stands for first usable address and broadcast address. So, we deduct 2 from that. So, number of hosts needed is 450. So, we choose 9 because meaning that 9 bits for host portion and balance 23 bits from network portion. We should choose a number that powers 9 which is more than the number of hosts needed. So, for this 2 power of 9 we get 512. So, 512 minus 2 we get 510. So, 510 is absolutely more than 450. So, custom subnet mask is 23 bits of network portion and 9 bits for host portion. So, we got 255.255.254.0. So, the prefix is 23. Total we got 32. So, we use 23 for network portion and 9 for host portion. So, range of next subnet is 2 power of 1. The last portion of bit 1 stands at 2. So, 2 power of 1 equals to 2. Next, LAN EPO 2. LAN EPO 2 equals to 240 hosts. So, use formula 2 power of n minus 2. Number of hosts needed is 240. So, n equals to 8, meaning that 8 bits for host portion and 24 bits for network portion. So, 2 power of 8 we got 256. So, 256 minus 2 is for first usable address and broadcast address. So, 254. 254 is absolutely more than 240. So, the custom subnet mask 24 bits stand for network portion and 8 bits stand for host portion. So, range of the next subnet is 2 power of 0 because the last portion of bit 1 stands at 0. So, next look at LAN EPO 3. LAN EPO 3 needs 90 hosts. So, use formula 2 power of 9 minus 2. Number of hosts needed is 90. So, meaning that 7 bits for host portion and balance 24 bits are for network portion. So, 2 power of 7 equals to 128. The 128 minus 2, the minus 2 is 10 for first usable address and broadcast address. So, 128 minus 2 we get 126. So 126 is absolutely more than 90. So custom subnet mask 24 bits stands for network portion and less, and then the 7 bits stands for host portion. So range of next subnet is 2 power 7 because the last portion of bit 1 stands at 7. So 2 power 7 is 128. So the addressing table for network EPO is this. It's the network number, 3 network number, there's 3, the subnet network address, custom subnet mask, prefix, first usable address, last usable address, and broadcast address. Next, let's look at Slango. Slango's network address is 172.30.16.0. So LAN Slango 1 needs 650 hosts, LAN Slango 2 needs 390 hosts, and LAN Slango 3 needs 140 hosts. So LAN Slango 1 needs 650 hosts. So use formula 2 power of n minus 2. Number of hosts needed is 650. So meaning that 10 bits of host portion and balance 22 bits for network portion. So 2 power of 10 equals to 1024. So 1024 you minus with 2, first usable address and broadcast address. So 1022. So 1022 is absolutely more than 650. So the custom subnet mask is 22 bits for network stands for network portion and less, and then 10 portion stands for host portion. So the range of next subnet mask is 2 power of 2 because the last portion of bit 1 stands at 2. So 2 power of 2 equals to 4. So next look at LAN Slango 2. LAN Slango 2 needs 390 hosts. So use formula 2 power of n minus 2. Number of hosts needed is 390. So we choose 9, meaning 9 bits of host portion. Balance to 23 bits stand for network portion. So 2 power of 9 is 512 minus 2 equals to 510. So 510 is absolutely more than 390. So custom subnet mask is 23 bits stand for network portion and 9 bits stand for host portion. The prefix is 23. So 255.255.254.0 is the custom subnet mask. The range of next subnet mask is 2 power of 1 because the last portion of bit 1 stands at 1. So 2 power of 1 equals to 2. Let's look at LAN Slango 3. LAN Slango 3 needs 140 hosts. Use formula 2 power of n minus 2. Number of hosts needed is 140. So we choose 8 because meaning that 8 bits for host portion, balance 23 bits for network portion. So 2 power of 8 is equals to 256 minus 2. So we get 254. So 254 is absolutely more than 140. So the custom subnet mask 24 bits stands for network portion and 8 bits stand for host portion. So 255.255.0 is the custom subnet mask. Range of next subnet mask is 2 power of 0 because the last portion of bit 1 stands at 0. So 2 power of 0 equals to 1. This is the addressing table for network Slango. There is 3 networks: network address, custom subnet mask, prefix, first usable IP address and last usable IP address, broadcast address. Next, we look for Malacca. Malacca's network address is 172.40.16.0. LAN Malacca needs 190 hosts. So use formula 2 power of n minus 2. Number of hosts needed is 190. So we choose 8, meaning that 8 bits of host portion and 24 bits for network portion. So 2 power of 8 equals to 256 minus 2. Then we get 256. Absolutely we know that 254 is more than 190. So the custom subnet mask 24 bits stand for network portion and 8 bits stand for host portion. So 255.255.255.0 is custom subnet. Range of next subnet is 2 power of 0 equals to 1. The last portion of bit 1 stands at 0. So it's equals to 2 power of 0 equals to 1. So this is the addressing table for network Malacca. There's only one network available in Malacca. Next, look at the network WAN Internet. WAN Internet got 3 types of network. There's EPO, Slango and Malacca. EPO, Slango and Malacca needs 2 hosts respectively. So let's see for EPO. EPO 2 hosts. The network address for EPO is 172.50.16.0. Use formula 2 power of n minus 2. Number of hosts needed is 2. So n2 meaning that 2 bits of host portion, where 32 bits for network portion. We choose 2 because we don't want the IP address to be more or 2 more or 2 less. So 2 is accurately 2. So we choose 2. So 2 power of 2 equals to 4. 4 minus 2. The minus 2 stands for first usable address and broadcast address. So 4 minus 2 equals to 2. So custom subnet mask is 30 bits stand for network portion and 2 bits stand for host portion. So the custom subnet mask is 255.255.255.252. So the range of next subnet is 2 power of 2 equals to 4 because the last portion of bit 1 stands at 4. So 2 power of 2 is 4. This is the addressing table for EPO. in internet, one internet. So next look for Slango. Slango, use formula 2. Slango needs two hosts, same as EPO. The network address is 172.60.16.0. Use formula 2 power of n. Number of hosts needed is 2. So meaning that 2 bits for host portion and 30 bits for network portion. 2 power of 2 equals to 4. 4 minus 2 equals to 2. The minus 2 stands for first usable address and broadcast address. So custom subnet mask 30 bits stands for network portion and 2 bits stands for host portion. So the custom subnet mask is 255.255.255.252. So the range of next subnet is 2 power of 2 equals to 4 because the last position of bit 1 stands at 2. This is same as EPO. So this is the EPO's one internet. So this is the addressing table for Slango. There is one network address, custom subnet mask, prefix is 30, first usable address, last usable IP address and broadcast address. Next, look for Mlaker. So Mlaker also needs two hosts, which is the IP network address is 172.70.16.0. Use formula 2 power of n minus 2. Number of hosts needed is 2. So meaning that 2 bits of host portion and balance 30 bits of network portion. So 2 power of 2 equals to 4. 4 minus 2 equals to 2. So custom subnet mask is 30 bits stands for network portion and 2 bits stands for host portion. So the custom subnet mask is 255.255.252. So the range of next subnet is 2 power of 2 because the last position of bit 1 stands at 2. The table of VLSM Mlaker is this. This is Mlaker. In Mlaker, the number of network is 1. The network address is 172.70.60.0. Custom subnet mask 255.255.255.252. So prefix is 30. First usable IP address and last usable IP address and broadcast address. So this all for calculation for variable length subnet mask.
Hi guys, I'm Vaishni Jagarajan. Today I'm gonna show you all and explain you all guys how to configure IP address on this router EPO, Slango and Mlaker and the switches and pieces, all of this all in this topology. So first of all, what we have to do is configure IP address on router. And so to configure IP address in this router, we cannot directly configure this router because the config tab and the CLI tab is locked in this router. So what we have to do is we have to connect by console connection. I never take another PC, I just connect a console connection with the PC that I have in this topology. So to configure IP address, go to PC and then desktop and then terminal and then to config, change it to, first of all we have to change it to configuration mode. And first I'm gonna change host name for this router. So how to change host name? Just type in the host name and then I'm gonna change host name to EPO, and then it, as you all can see, it has changed to EPO. So and then I'm gonna set the banner message. Sorry, okay, it's okay. Before that we will config the IP address first. So to config the IP address, first of all I'm gonna config the IP address to serial port. So serial 0/0/0 and the IP address of this serial is 172.50.16.2 and the subnet mask for this is 255.255.252 and then no shutdown. Then exit. So let's see if it changed to green. Yes, it has been changed to green because this is the serial port serial 0/0/0. So now let's configure IP address to gigabit Ethernet 00, 01 and 02. So to set IP address, just gigabit interface gigabit 0/0, then IP address. Then IP address is 172.20.16.1 and then the subnet mask is 255.255.254.0. Then no shutdown and then exit. And along with this we will configure IP address to interface gigabit 0 1. So interface gigabit 0 1 and IP address is 172.16 then 16, sorry, that's not 16, that's 18, so sorry, I was mistaken. 1 and the subnet mask is 255.255.255 and then 0, then no shutdown and then exit. Then we'll set the IP address to interface gigabit 0/2. IP address is 172.2.19.1 and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.128 and no shutdown and then exit. And let's see. Yeah, as we can see here, port serial here it changed to green and port gigabit 00 it also changed to green, and this is port gigabit ethernet 01 and this is port gigabit ethernet 02. After we configure the IP address, we have seen the all has been changed to green, and then to save the configuration exit, we have to type in the command copy run start and then show run. Here we can see the messages. Okay, and then now we'll set the banner messages and console password and everything and etc. So first of all, I'm gonna set the banner message, which is banner message is authorized access only. Violator will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Okay, then I'm gonna set the console password. So type in command line console 0 and then password is pbt and then login and then exit. Then I'm gonna set enable password. Enable password is PSC20143. Then I'm gonna set virtual terminal password. So command 04 line with the voice 04 and the password is pbt. Then login and then exit. Then exit. To save the configuration, type in command copy run start then show run. Here we can see the messages and everything, etc. So then exit. If you wanna change anything in this router, you have to type in the password. For here we have to type in the console password, which is pbt, and here we have to type in the enable password, which is the FC20143, and then you can start editing anything you want to change. Okay. Then now we have changed the host name for this router and the banner messages all. Now we have to change the host name and display name to this switch, which is to I1, SWI1, and also the host name I1. For 3 switches, we have to change for all the switches on this network. SWI3. Successfully we have changed the display name to all the switches, and now we have to configure IP address to all these PCs and change display name to all these PCs. On LAN I1, we have to configure 10th valid IP address to this PC and 11th valid IP address to this PC, and here also the same goes the same 10th valid IP address and 11th, and here also same 10th valid IP address and 11th IP address, and here also same 10th, 11th, 10th, 11th, 10th, and 11th. So let's see how to configure IP address on the PC. Go to desktop, IP configuration. Just type in the IP address 172.20.16.10 and subnet mask is 2525254, and the default gateway is 172.20.16 and 1. And here also we have to config 172.20.16.11. For that we have to change the subnet mask, and default gateway is 172.20.16 1. Right here also 10. Here 201810. Here we have to put in 255, and then the default gateway is the IP address of the router. to 172.20.18.11, and here 255, and the default gateway is 172.20.18.1. So for here 172.20.19.10 and 255. Subnet mask here change, and the default gateway is 172.20.19 and 1, the IP address of the router, and here the last one for this LAN and this network 20.19.11 255.1.2.8, and the default gateway is 172.20.19.1. Okay, now we have configured all PCs on this network, IPO network, and we have to change the host name here. So PCI1. Then for this one PCI2, we have to repeat the step for all PCs in IPO network. Okay, we have done. Then on this network Selangor, we have to do the same. What we have to do first is we have to connect the console connection to the PC, and then go to PC desktop terminal. Then you have to enter command enable, and then change it to configuration mode. And then first of all, I would like to change the host name to Selangor. Okay, now I'm gonna configure IP address to interface serial port 0/0/1, and the IP address is 172.60.16.2, and then 255. The subnet mask is 255, 255, 255, and 252, and then no shutdown, and then exit. And then I would like to configure IP address to interface gigabit 0/0, IP address 172.30.16.1, and the IP and the subnet mask is 255, 255, 252.0. No shutdown, exit. And along with this, I would like to set the IP address to interface gigabit 0/1. IP address is 172.30.21, and the subnet mask is 255, 255, 254.0. No shutdown, exit. Then along with this, I would like to configure the IP address to gigabit interface gigabit 0/2, and the IP address is 172.3.0.22 and 1, and the subnet mask for this IP address is 255, 255, 255, and 0. Then no shutdown, and then exit. And then we'll see if all the connection changed to green. Yes, it's all changed to green. Now I would like to set the band name messages and the console password, enable password all. So first of all, I would like to set the band name message for this router. And then I would like to set the console password with command line console 0 and password is pbt and login. And then exit. Then I would like to set enable password, which is DFC20143. Sorry, enable password DFC20143. And now I would like to set virtual terminal password with command line VGY04 and password is pbt and login and exit. Okay. To save the configuration, copy, run, start and show run. Here we can see all we set the messages off. So then exit. If you want to edit something or anything, you have to put the password all first. So now we have configured IP address to this router and these all ports. And now we have to change the display name and host name to these switches. So SWS1, same way as in the EPO network. It's really very easy to set the IP configuration and change display name, host name to every switches and PCs. Okay, now let's configure IP address to all these PCs and display names. Okay, change display name. So first of all, we have to configure IP address to this PC, which is IP address. We have to type in 172.30.16.1 and the 172.30.16.10 and the subnet mask is 255.255.252 and the default gateway is 172.30.16.1. Here we have to type in the 11th valid IP address. So here 255, yeah, 252. It's also confused. 252 and the default gateway is 172.30.16.1. Here 10th valid IP address. So 172.30.20.10 and 255.255.254 and the default gateway is 172.30.21. Your 172.30.20.11 254 172.30 and 21. For this PC we have IP address 172.30.22 and 10 and for this subnet mask we have 255.255.255.0 and the default gateway is 172.30.22 and 1. And this is the last PC on this network, which is Slango network. So the IP address is 172.30.22.11 and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0 and the default gateway is 172.30.22.1. And then we have to change the display name. So the display name, how to change the display name, config S1 S2 3 PCS3. The S is denoted as Selangor. S4, and then S5, and then the last PC of the Selangor network is PCS6. Okay, now we have the one network left. So here also we have to connect the console connection from router to here. We don't have PC, just have the laptop. So laptop, and then go to laptop, desktop terminal, and then enter. And then configuration mode. Then I'm gonna set the IP address to serial port serial 0/1/0, and then the IP address of this serial port is 172.70.16 and 2, and the IP address of this and the subnet mask of this IP address is 255.255.255.255.252. Oh, I think it's something error. Okay, let me try again. IP address 172.70.16 2, and then 255.255.255.252, and then no shutdown, exit. So now I would like to configure IP address to gigabit ethernet 0/0. So gigabit ethernet 0/0 interface gigabit 0/0. So the IP address of this interface gigabit 0/0 is 172.40.16.1. The subnet mask of this IP address is 255.255.255.0, and then no shutdown, and then exit. Okay, and here we have only serial port and the gigabit ethernet 0/0. Okay, so now what we have to do is I'm gonna set the banner message motd command, and then I'm gonna set console password with command line console 0, and then the password is pbt, and then login, then exit. Then I'm gonna set the enable password. Enable password is tfc20143. Then I'm gonna set the virtual terminal password with command line vty04, and password is pbt, login, then exit. So exit. To save the configuration, we have to type in the command copy run start, then show run. Here we can see the banner messages and the IP addresses all, and then exit. If you wanna change anything, you have to input the password first. Okay, so now we have changed all this. Then here we cannot configure the IP address to this laptop because this is a wireless connection. So how do we connect a wireless connection with this laptop? So go to the laptop and physical, just power off this and drag this and put it here and drag this here and here and power on back, and then you'll see it will connect automatically. You have to do this. This is really very easy to do and to remember also. Okay, so now we have to configure, first of all, before that we have to change the display name in this switch. So switch name is SWM and the host name SWM. Okay, then we have to configure IP address to this server and change display name to this server. So here for this server, the IP address is 172.40.16.2, and then the IP address, sorry, the subnet mask is 255.255.255.2 255, and the default gateway is 172.40.16.1. Okay, so to change the name of this server is DHCP server, and then now we have to change display name on this access point also. So access point, okay, then we have to change this SSID to DFC20143, and this authentication we have to change WPA to PSK, and PSK passphrase is DFC20143. And then if you see here, the connection is on. So go to the smartphone, config, and then wireless, and then just do the same, TFC20143, and WPA2 and passphrase is TFC20143, and you'll see this will automatically connect. And for tablet also you have to do the same, wireless. This one you have to change to 20143, and this one WPA to PSK, and this one to the TFC20143. And for laptop you cannot do the same thing. For laptop you have to go to the desktop, and you will see the PC wireless and connect. You have to refresh until it showed up here. Then once it shows up here, you have to click on it and connect. You have to type in the PSK fast phrase, then connect. Then you'll see it will connect it. So let's do the same to this laptop as well. Refresh, connect, 143, connect. Here you can see all this thing. Okay, this is all from me. And the connection verifications, my group member Nagasubhashini Sambasivan will show you and explain you all, guys. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nagasubhashini Sambasivan. I am from DDT2B. Today, I would like to explain and present about verification of connectivity for all devices at every router. Before that, I would like to start with go to DHCP server, services, DNS, and on the DNS service, name www.hq.com. The address is 172.80.16.2 at, and then save it. After that, put the DNS server for all the PCs in EPO, Slango, and also in DHCP server. Alright, that's it. Then after that, go to the PCI one, then web browser to configure it, www.hq.com. And yeah, that's it. I show you in some of the PCs so that all can see. Go to web browser www.hq.com. Web browser google.hq.com. And yeah, this is. After that, I'm going to show you all how to ping. Go to PCI1, the terminal, and then hit the password. Enable DFC20143. Ping 172.20.18.11. And one more time, ping 172.20.18.11. Yeah, 100%. After this, I ping here. Enable DFC 172.30.20.10. Yeah, 100%. And yeah, that's it, 100%. Now I'm going to ping in common prompt. .18.11. And one more time, ping 172.20.18.11. And yeah, after that, ping 172.20.19.10. One more time, ping 172.20.19.11. And yeah, next, ping in PCI3. Ping 172.20.16.10. 0% loss. Okay, next ping 172.20.19.10. And yeah, that's it. After that, ping in PCI5 in compound. Ping 172.20.18.10. Ping one more time. Ping 172.20.16.10. And yeah, that's all for Igbo. And now for Slango. I will do with the PCS2. Okay, then desktop command prompt. Then ping 172.30.20.10. Request timeout, so 25%, so we will ping one more time. Ping 172.30.20.10. then ping 172.30.22.10. 25% loss, so ping one more time, ping 172.30.22.10. Okay, then next with the PCS4 common ground, ping 172.30.16.11, then ping 172.30.22.11. $25% loss, so we ping another time, ping 172.30.22.11. Yeah, next is PCS6. Next common problem, ping 172.30.20.10. Now ping 172.30.16.11. And yeah, that's it. That's all for today and from me. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you.